Thanks for joining me for practice. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And share it with your family and friends. Those likes and subscribes really help us keep this content coming. And in the description is a link to my Patreon account. If you'd like to offer a donation, that's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. We're going to start with some blocks behind our back. So if you can make a T shape with your blocks, one goes right in between the shoulder blades along the spine, and the other one goes under the head. Now you can also lift that block up if you need a little more height for the head. And make sure that your chin is in alignment with your sternum. And then let your knees open up wide, soles of the feet together, arms down by the side. And take a minute to settle in here, feeling the body relax and soften over those props. And as you feel that relaxation coming into the body, just begin to slowly allow the inhale to move in through the nostrils, fill the chest, the ribs, the belly, all the way to the pelvic floor. And then on the exhale, feel the pelvic floor and navel lift in and up. Squeeze the breath out of the rib cage, out of the chest, and let it leave through the nostrils. A couple rounds of breathing in this way, inhaling in and down, and exhaling up and out. Now you can bring in a soft ujjayi or ocean wave, whisper type sound to the breath. And see if you can make the breath equal in length. So the inhale matching the length of the exhale. That equal breath really settles the mind and creates a feeling of balance and stability. Just two more here, please. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Let your thumbs touch your sternum. And we'll set the intention for this shorter practice today. Create both a feeling of spaciousness and strength. So we'll place that intention here in the heart, surround it with unconditional love, and begin with our morning chant, 3 rounds of Om. Take a deep inhale in, and a long exhale out. Another deep inhale in. just take a moment to release the hands, place them on the belly for just a moment, return to that breathing in and down and exhaling up and out. So we're going to link breath with movement here. Inhale, reach the arms out wide. Bring them all the way up and over the head. And then exhale, bend the elbows like cactus arms, drawing the elbows down towards the rib cage to open the heart. Inhale, reach the arms back up and over the head. And now through the air, exhale, bring the arms all the way down by your side. We'll repeat that again. So inhale, open from the side. Reach the arms up and over the head. Nice lateral stretch here. Exhale, bend the elbows. Squeeze them down toward the rib cage, opening the chest and heart. Inhale, arms go back up over the head. And then exhale through the air, slowly bring them down, contracting the abdomen as the breath is released from the body. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Let the breath move you. And last one. So bring your feet flat, knees bent. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Stretch the spine as much as you can. And then we'll gently release the block from under the head and make it flat if it was up a little bit. And then we're going to windshield wiper our knees back and forth and slowly take ourselves off this block. So as you wiggle them back and forth, you're scooting the hips down a little bit. You might need to move that block under the head to support it as you slowly come down. And then at some point, you're going to get right into the crease between the shoulder blades where it's very tender, tends to be a lot of knots. So keep shifting back and forth and get a nice little massage there. And as you wiggle down, there might come a point where you get to about that 7th cervical vertebrae, and there you don't really want to put a lot of pressure down. So once you get to that point where it feels kind of uncomfortable or just a little achy, you're going to release the blocks out of the way and let your spine just rest for a moment, flat on the earth. Hug the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Pull that knee in as close as you can. And then switch sides. Left knee comes in, right leg extends long. Pull that in as much as you can. Feel that separation between the inner thighs. Good, and then both knees in for just a moment. And now feet flat, knees bent, arms down by the side again. We're going to do some dynamic movement. So arms stay down as you roll up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. And then exhale, navel in, slowly roll down. Repeat that again. Pressing into the feet, inhale, roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. And exhale, slowly roll down, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels as you come down. Good, keep going. Inhaling, exhaling. Use that Ujjayi breath in and down on inhale. And up and out on exhale. Good, 2 more. And on this last one, we're going to roll up and stay. So one vertebrae at a time, come up. Take your shoulder blades underneath you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze the heels of the hands together. And as you anchor down through the feet, feel that tailbone absorbing into the body. Now, there is flexion in the neck here, but keep a little lift in the chin just to honor the natural curve. And continue to lift through the back body. Relax the glutes a little bit. A couple more breaths here. Deep Ujjayi breathing. One more. And rise onto the balls of the feet, release the shoulders, and one vertebrae at a time, just slowly melt the spine down. And once again, rest. And this time, if you want to widen the feet, let the knees fall into one another just to hold the legs up. Hands underneath the knees, slowly roll up into seated position. Take a moment to just feel here. All that warmth in the back body. Good. Tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet press firmly into the floor. And we're going to slowly bring the elbows down into the mat. Wrap the hands around the middle part of the arms. Interlace your fingers and press your forearms down. Tuck your back toes under, lift your hips up and back, and come into dolphin variation of down dog. Now, as you're in dolphin here, really feel the grounding through the heels, even if they don't touch the earth, and the lift through the hips. And if you prefer, you can also spread the hands wide with the forearms parallel. This is a little bit deeper, a little more opening for the upper back. Head and neck is relaxed. Breathe deeply here. Now with your feet in hip distance, toes turned in, slightly heels out, roll the inner thighs in and back. Allow the tailbone to lift. Keep softening through the heart, let the head and neck go. Don't sink into the shoulder joints, keep pressing through the forearms, pressing through the palms. 2 more breaths. One more here. And then lower the knees to the floor. Sit bones to the heels, child's pose, and if you prefer, take embryo, back of the hands toward the heels, round the upper back. Soften your shoulders. Breathe into the back body. And coming forward into tabletop position, lift the heart, lift the sit bones, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, and now find downward facing dog, which is very similar to that dolphin, that forearm down dog we just did a moment ago. Just here in the upper body, make sure you roll the shoulder heads away from your ears, squeeze your inner elbows toward one another, and press firmly through the web of the index and thumb. Strengthening the legs, making sure that they're holding the weight of the body in the base. One more breath here. And then rise onto the balls of the feet. Look forward through the hands and slowly step your feet all the way to the fingertips. Let your upper body just hang over your legs, softening everything. Feet are hip distance apart. Let the body weight come forward slightly in the balls of the feet. Sit bones are lifted. And we're going to lift the left foot, take the left hand directly underneath, toes all the way to the crease of the wrist, and then lift the right foot and do the same thing, toes to the crease of the wrist. And then on your inhale, straighten your arms, straighten your spine, and only if you can, straighten your legs. Look forward. Exhale, draw the navel in, bend the knees, bend the elbows, soften over the legs. Repeat that again. Inhale, extend as much as you can, and you can keep that micro bend in the knee if you need it. Exhale, soften.
Again, inhale forward. Opening all of that space there in the back body and the front body, and then melting into it. 2 more. Nice. And then release the hands. Take an extra moment here in forward fold. Make sure you feel equal pressure in the inner foot and outer foot. And then hands to the hips. Bend your knees and scoop your heart as you slowly rise up to standing. And roll the shoulders up and back and take a moment here to find Samastiti. Standing mountain pose, just rest. Again, check in and feel all the warmth and the spaciousness in the body. Stay with your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Turn your toes out, heels in. Exhale, sink down into squat, hands in prayer. And then inhale, press into the feet. Turn the toes back in, reach all the way up, and then exhale, forward fold over the legs. Do that again. Inhale, arms reach, extend, palms touch, turn the toes out, heels in. Exhale to squat, hands in prayer. Inhale, rise up to standing, turn the toes in, and exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, stand, toes in. Exhale, fold. 3 more. Inhale, stand. Exhale, squat. Inhale, stand, toes in. Exhale, fold. Last 2 on your own. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And this time, exhale, just follow your hands down your center line with your gaze. Take a moment there just to feel. And then have your big toes touching space between your heels. Right hand onto the thigh. Inhale the left arm up. Reach the right arm up, hook the middle and thumb around the wrist. Lift a little bit through that side body. Rest your head on your right arm and slowly float over to your right. Now press firmly through the outside edge of the left foot. Tailbone absorbs in. Breathe deeply here. So traditionally, gaze is up at the inner arm, but we have the head resting here on the arm, so we'll just keep it neutral. And notice that as you breathe in and the lungs fill with breath, you might lift a little. As you breathe out, you might lower. And you don't have to exaggerate that, just let that happen naturally. 1 more. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, take a moment to lower the arms and just feel all that spaciousness in the body. Maybe some imbalance between right and left. Good. Inhale, the right arm up. Lift the left arm up and hook the middle finger and thumb around the wrist. Lengthen through the side body, and then head rests on that left arm and float now to your left. Anchor deeply into the right foot. Tailbone absorbs in, lower belly lifts. Keep that height through the spine so that the lateral flexion feels more natural. And then let the breath do the rest of the work for you. Two more here. Just let the breath move you. So we're steady and firm, but pliable enough that we can let the rhythm, the prana, the breath take us. And then inhale, come up, and slowly release the arms down. And just feel that balance for a moment. Back at the front of your mat, big toes touching, space between the heels or feet hip distance apart, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose, the flat back. And then exhale, step back to plank position. And lower your knees to the floor, lift your toes behind you, squeeze your elbows tight, modified chaturanga, tops of the feet ground. Inhale, elbows and shoulders pull back for cobra. And then exhale, navel up and back for downward facing dog. We're going to step the right foot forward to the fingertips and spin the back foot flat and take a fairly long warrior one here. Heel to heel alignment, back toes angled, hips are squared forward, front knee bent. Inhale, rise up. Now we're going to stay here in warrior one. Allow the right hip to pull back, left hip to come around. And then inhale, extend just a little bit longer through the side bodies. And exhale, twist your navel to the right and let your arms open out to the side. Repeat that again. Inhale, come up. Straighten, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze and rotate, navel to the right. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace your fingers, take your index and thumb up, Sepana Mudra, and then lean forward over your front leg. And now you're taking that lumbar curve out of the pose, anchoring into the back heel. Keep the neck neutral, chin in. Reach those fingers away and just feel this like strong warrior lunge. Keep drawing right hip back, left hip around. That right hip always wants to pop out. One more breath here, full, firm breath. And now you're going to swing the arms back, palms face up, lift the back leg up, and step right into warrior three. And keep reaching those fingers like they could touch the wall behind you. 2 more breaths here. And then one more. Come all the way up on your inhale, lower the foot to the floor, stand for just a moment and feel the strength of that. Again, the difference between the right and the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose with a flat back. And exhale, step back to plank position. This time, if you want, leave your knees lifted for chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to down dog. We're going to step the left foot forward to the fingertips, spin the back foot flat, heel to heel alignment. Inhale for warrior one on this side. Remember those back toes are angled, left hip's coming back, right hip around. Heart is open, fingers reach. Really feel that firm pressure into the ball of the front foot, the outside edge of the back heel. And take one more inhale here. Now really lengthen and expand through the front body, and then exhale, squeeze and rotate the navel to the left. Come back, inhale, open, extend. Exhale, those arms go out wide as you twist to the left. Again, inhale. Good, last one. And then you're going to come back to center, interlace the fingers, take the index and the thumb up, Sepana Mudra, and now go low, angling into that warrior lunge. So you're absorbing the tailbone in, lifting the lower belly, feeling that navel draw towards the back body, reducing the lumbar curve. Keep the neck in alignment with the spine, chin in. Gazes down, breathe here. Keep drawing the tips of the shoulder blades down your back, shoulder heads into their socket. Anchor firm through the legs and feet. And now with all that energy, you're going to bring the arms back behind you, step right up into warrior three, lifting that back leg, and reach the crown away from the heel, send the fingertips back, shoulder heads away from the ears. Breathe here. And then slowly come up to standing. Take a moment. Feel both the strength and the warmth moving through the body. Last one. Slow the breath down. Okay, back at the front of your mat, hands to the hips. Step the right leg back, turn the toes in, heels out, and come into foot spreading posture stance. Inhale the arms long. Exhale, take the left hand down under the shoulder. Rotate the navel to the right. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, come back up. And do that same thing, but go a little further. So left hand down, maybe about halfway towards the foot. Inhale, come back up. And now we're going to do it again. See if you can get all the way to the foot, maybe even fingertips pointing towards the toes, pressing the chest towards the thigh. Inhale, come back up. Good. Now go into the one that gave you the best sensation, whatever that might be, and then stay there. Inhale the top arm over the head, reaching the fingers away. And exhale, squeeze the navel, press the chest towards the thigh, and twist deeper to the right. Do it again. Inhale, top arm over the head. Exhale, squeeze and twist. Inhale. Exhale. And then release. Come down to the center. Soften for just a moment in the forward fold if you want to take your hands down your legs all the way towards the Achilles, and then hold the calves. Let the crown reach towards the earth. Bring your body weight forward slightly in the balls of the feet. Sit bones are lifted. Breathe deeply here. One more. Hands to hips, scoop the heart, press into the feet to rise up, and take a moment just to rest. Okay, we'll do the other side. Inhale the arms long. Bring the right hand down underneath the face, rotate the navel to the left. Inhale, come back up. Now take the right hand down again and go about halfway to the foot. A little bit deeper twist there. Inhale, come back up. Now maybe this time as you go down, you can go all the way to the foot, maybe even pointing those fingertips towards the toes. And inhale, come back up. And then go to the one that gave you the best sensation. And stay there. Breathe. And press the chest towards the thigh. Now inhale your top arm over your head. Lengthen the lateral. Exhale, squeeze the navel in and rotate to the left. Inhale, top arm over the head, extend. Exhale, squeeze and rotate. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good, and then gently release. Come back to the center. Soften down if you want to take your hands onto your glutes and just slide all the way to the Achilles. Hold the calves and draw the chest towards the thighs. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, tips of the shoulder blades down your back. Stay anchored to the outside edges of the feet. Bring the hips higher. Body weight forward slightly in the balls of the feet. One more breath here. Take your hands to your hips. Once again, scoop the heart as you rise up to standing. And then heel toe, feet in, and just come back to standing. And close your eyes or have a soft gaze and observe. Prana flowing through the body in the form of warmth or heat or light. So we're going to do some manipulation of the abdomen. If we only have a short time for a practice, this is really a great way to get inside into the core and release some of the tensions that are there, as well as build some strength and warmth. So we're going to come to halfway. And we'll start with Agnisara prep, fingertips pointing in towards the thighs. Arms are straight like kickstands, holding the spine up. And we're going to inhale, lift the chest. Breath comes in through the nostrils, moves all the way down the spine. Now lift the sit bones like you were in a cow pose. And then on the exhale, you're going to begin that at the feet. So coming up from the arches of the feet through the legs. Now it hits the pelvic floor. Tailbone begins to absorb in. Navel draws in and up. And it's really like you're going into that cat pose, but you're squeezing the breath out almost to the point of being completely empty. And then when you need to breathe in, you'll start again, inhaling, filling chest, ribs, belly, pelvic floor. Tailbone is lifted. Exhale from the feet, come up through the legs, tailbone absorbs in, pelvic floor lifts, core lifts, squeezing the breath out through the lungs and then out through the nostrils. Okay, so again, inhale, breath comes in, all the way to the pelvic floor. Exhale from the feet, starting that strength coming in and up, squeeze and purge the breath out of the body. Good. Keep going on your own. Last one. Inhale, fill the spine with breath. And then exhale, press into the feet and just come into standing. Take a moment, let that just absorb. Feel the activation in the core. And we'll make our way to the floor, starting at the front of your mat, big toes touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Monkey pose with a flat back. And exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. Knees lowered or lifted, your choice for chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. And then from downward facing dog, we're going to come back onto our belly and come into Danda Samarpana. So total extension of the spine, forehead down, arms forward, tops of the feet ground, and rest. Now we're going to begin a little bit of that Shalabhasana. So inhale, press into the pubic bone, lift everything you can up off the earth. Now exhale, bend your elbows towards your rib cage again. Open your legs out wide. Inhale, come back to center and see if you can get your palms and your feet to touch. And then exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Everything that can come off the earth. Exhale, squeeze the elbows, widen the legs. Inhale, come back. Squeeze the hands and the feet together. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze and widen. Inhale, everything touches. Exhale down. 2 more. And turn your cheek to one side, bring your arms by your side and rest. Turn your cheek to the other side and rest. Press into the hands, Rise up into seated. Come into Dandasana. Internally rotate your thighs in and down. Flex your feet, arms by your side, palms face down. And really root the heels of the hands into the earth. Spine is long, chin in. Crown of the head is lifted. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale the breath out here. Hold the breath out as you move into forward fold. Inhale, rise up with the breath. Exhale here. Move into the posture on the hold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale here. Move into the posture on the hold. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale. Move into it. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale here. Move into the posture and then stay. Pull back on the pinky toe side of the foot. If your hands don't reach your feet, you can just have them resting on the calves or the shins or the floor. Send the breath in and down just like you were doing before. Let it fill the kidneys, the lower back. Exhale, pull that navel in and see if you can surrender further. Couple more breaths. Keep giving in. And inhale, straighten the spine. Hold on to whatever your grounding point is and send your sternum forward to activate the muscles of the back body. Then extend the arms in alignment with the ears and slowly come the rest of the way up. And exhale, just bring your hands back down into Dandasana and rest here and feel. And cross your right knee over your left. Inhale your left arm up. Wrap that arm around the leg. Take the right hand back behind you and twist. So inhale as tall as you can, and exhale, squeeze and rotate the navel to the right. Just to let go of any tension that may have built up from that last posture there. Inhale a little taller. Exhale, squeeze and rotate. One more. And now stay and let the breath do the work for you. Keep unwinding. And then gently come back. Hold the shin bone, sit tall for just a moment, extending the spine. And we'll switch legs. So left crossing over right at the knee. Hold the shin bone, sit tall for a moment, find the height through the spine. Inhale the right arm up, and then wrap that arm around the leg. Take the left hand back behind you, sit as tall as you can, and exhale, squeeze and rotate to the left. Inhale, taller. Exhale, rotate. One more like this, inhale, tall. Exhale, navel in, squeeze and rotate. And now stay. Breath does the work for you. Last one. And then slowly unwind. Hold the shin bones, sit tall, extending the spine. And release. Dandasana again. So take your hands back behind you, have your feet flat, knees bent, but you're having a fairly long stance here. And then you're just going to tilt your knees to the left, navel moves to the right, tilt the knees to the right, navel moves to the left. And just go back and forth, slowly opening up through everything that we worked today. The back body, the front body, the sides, and even that spiral line. And then you can slowly start to wiggle your feet forward, getting a little longer in your stance. And then slowly we'll release and just come onto our backs. Knees to chest, hold them in for just a moment. Feel the spine completely supported here. Feet flat, knees bent. Rise up onto the balls of the feet and slide the block as high up as you can underneath the sacrum. Now, you can be on the tallest edge, middle edge, or flat edge, or no block at all. And then extend the legs up into the air. Palms face up, or if you'd like to do more traditional Viparita Karani Mudra, hands just hold the glutes. Now rest here. Letting some of that blood release down, easing the work of the heart, flooding the brain. Continue to have those long, deep breaths, so it's easy to start checking out when you're feeling comfortable in a posture like this. But inhale in and down to pelvic floor. Exhale from pelvic floor back up and out. And one more here. And then slowly take one leg down and then the other. Rise up onto the balls of the feet, slide the block out. And one vertebrae at a time, slowly release the spine down into the mat. Feet wide, knees falling in. Rest the hands gently on the abdomen. Settle here. At Viparita Karani Mudra provides a lot of traction for the lower back. So usually by this point, the back feels pretty happy. And we're going to prepare for Shavasana from here. But if you need anything else gentle, you can take that now. Otherwise, put socks and sweaters back on. Remember, even if you feel warm, you want the body temperature to cool down slowly. Arms by your side, palms face up, feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Just settle here. Let the body grow heavy. Let the earth completely support you. So very slowly begin to deepen your breath. Run your thumb across your fingertips and wiggle your toes. And gently roll your wrists and your ankles. Take a moment to draw your knees into your chest. Feel your spine lengthen against the earth. Curl to your right side into fetal and rest there for a moment with your arm under your head as a pillow. And then anchor into the earth and slowly come up, head and neck heavy, eyes closed as you come back into a seated position. If you want to prop your sit bones up for a moment, go ahead. And sit with a tall spine, relaxed body. And we'll take a moment just to sit for 1 full minute of meditation. Kaya sthira, total body steadiness. Begin. And slowly begin to draw your awareness back to your breath as you watch the rise and fall of your abdomen. And bring your hands to your heart. And just go back to our intention to move the spine in every direction for the shorter practice so that we can get that prana to flow freely through the body so we can feel the health of the whole system. Namaste.